The way this is going to work today is that we will be using the red table for clay projects. So about 6 people will be sitting at the red table creating their clay project while everyone else in the class will be playing with the Legos, toys like that, until I call you. So you'll make your clay piece, you'll wash your hands, then you'll play with toys, and I'll be calling someone else up. But in order for this to work and everyone to have time to make their clay piece, everyone will have to come up to the red table when I call you, and you should know what to do and be ready to work hard and work quickly. So let me show you how we're going to start. And I'm trying this out for the first time, so we're going to see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fabric, I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to find one of these that I like, okay? So it doesn't really matter which one. I'm just going to find one that I think looks cool, and I'm going to put it under the fabric. This is really important. You want that under the fabric, and then you're going to take your clay and press your clay down. And then when you roll your clay, this is also very important, you want to roll kind of from the middle up, so middle up, middle down. You can kind of roll back and forth a little bit, and then you might need to turn this. But keep your fabric on the plate. If you don't, and you rub the clay into the plate, it will actually probably stick, and then you'll be sad. But with the fabric on here, the fabric will keep it from sticking. So you're going to roll it out till it gets about the thickness of a cookie, and then you're going to pick a cookie cutter, and you're going to cut out a shape. So you have to make sure it all fits. There's a palm tree. There's all different ones. There's a dog. There's a dog bone. I have lots of different ones. Dinosaur, a fish, a flower, a cowboy boot. Let's do that one. That one looks kind of cool. So make sure it fits. I'm going to stamp it in. Okay? And then I'm going to pick it up. And we'll see if this works. I don't know. It's in there a little bit. I wish it was a little bit more. Okay, so you can see a little bit of the texture. Like I said, I wish it was more, but it's not. So that may work out. If it doesn't, we can use some different fabrics to create texture. All right, so you're going to take your cutout shape and just set it over to the side. You are going to take the rest of your clay. You won't need very much of it. You're going to roll it into a ball, and we are going to make a coil. So we're going to roll it up, pull it back. When it starts getting bigger, I'll take both hands, and you start at your fingertips, and you roll all the way to the palm of your hand. You don't press too hard, but you don't want to press too lightly. So I'm going to get a coil, and I'm going to create my initial out of this, or one of the letters of my name. So I could create a K, I could create an M. So if your name starts with a E, you could do an E, however you want. But I think I'm going to create a K for Kilgore. Again, let me see if I can just press this in, and if it messes it up if I do that. Just press it in a little bit. Oh, it's probably going to be stuck. Oh, I'm peeling it off. Okay, it peeled off. So that's some paint, but that paint won't hurt anything. It will come out in the kiln. The kiln will just burn that paint out. All right, so now I'm going to create a K, but I'm going to have to kind of make it fit on there. So you have to think about the parts to make that letter, and then you'll have some extra clay. Now, in order to make this K stay together, let me show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some slip, it's like clay glue, a toothbrush, and I'm going to scratch where I want to put these pieces. Okay? And then to make it all look like one piece, I'm going to just connect it. Like that. Flip it over to the back and do the same thing. Alright. And then I'm going to take the back of my K and the slip, and I'm going to scratch it. The whole back. I'm being careful. I'm not being rough. I'm being very gentle. Even though I'm scratching, I'm trying to be gentle. And that's the back of the K. And when I flip it over, I'm going to press it into the boot. And since this clay is still, since it's not dried out, it's still moldable. So I can press it and make it look how I want it to look. I could always add some texture too. So I've got this little thing. And so I might add some texture. You could also use the other end and add little dots. So this is all your choice in how you want to use your textures and things like that. Remember, if you press your clay into one of these things, it might get stuck, so you have to be very careful. Have fun!